The Sahara, the largest hot desert on Earth, a 3.6 million square mile ocean of sand, rock, and heat. We think of it as empty, a void on the map, hostile to life. But what if that's the greatest illusion on the planet? What if, buried just beneath the surface, lies the ghost of a lost empire? A civilization that mastered technology so advanced, it allowed them to build cities in the middle of hell on Earth. For centuries, this kingdom was a whisper, a footnote in Roman history. Now, our eyes in the sky, peeling back the sand and revealing the truth of the incredible lost cities of the Sahara. To understand what was lost, you have to understand what the Sahara once was. This wasn't always a desert. For thousands of years, during a period known as the Green Sahara, it was a vibrant savanna, a land of sprawling lakes, mighty rivers, and lush grasslands. This paradise was home to crocodiles, elephants, and thriving human societies. But around 5,000 years ago, a shift in the Earth's orbit changed everything. The rain stopped, the rivers dried up, and the desert advanced, swallowing the green world whole. Most fled, but one kingdom didn't just survive this climate catastrophe. They faced the desert head-on, and for 1,000 years they won. Roman historians wrote about them. A mysterious, powerful kingdom deep in the desert wastes of modern-day Libya. They called them the Garamantes. The Romans described them as fearsome chariot-driving warriors who would raid their coastal outposts. For almost 2 millennia, that's all they were, a myth, a scary story from the edge of the map. No one believed a true civilization could exist in that heat. They were wrong. In the 21st century, archaeologists turned to a new tool, satellite imagery. And what they saw was breathtaking. Looking down from space, faint lines and shadows, invisible from the ground, resolved into focus. They weren't random patterns. They were the ghosts of walls, buildings, and castles. It wasn't just a few camps. It was a sprawling network of over 100 fortified towns and villages, dominated by a magnificent capital city, Garama, home to tens of thousands of people. An entire urban civilization hidden in plain sight. But this discovery raised an impossible question. How did they do it? How do you support cities in an arid wasteland with almost no rainfall? The satellites revealed the answer, and it is a marvel of engineering. The Garamantes were masters of water. They had located and mapped the vast aquifers of fossil water trapped miles underground, the last remnants of the Green Sahara's mighty rivers. And they devised a brilliant system to mine it. They excavated thousands of miles of gently sloping underground tunnels, called fogaras. These subterranean canals would channel the water from the aquifers for miles, delivering it directly to their cities and farms without losing a single drop to the brutal desert sun above. It was a monumental feat of human ingenuity, all dug by hand, that allowed them to cultivate dates, grapes, wheat, and olives in the middle of the Sahara. This incredible technology made the Garamantes a regional superpower for a millennium. They controlled desert trade routes and built a complex, wealthy society. But the very innovation that gave them life contained the seed of their destruction. The fossil water they were mining was a finite resource. It wasn't being replenished by rain. Every gallon they used was a gallon gone forever. Their entire civilization was running on a depleting battery. For centuries, their success masked the problem. But eventually, the bill came due. As the last of their underground water sources ran dry, their farms failed. Their cities could no longer support their people. Their mighty kingdom withered. One by one, the cities were abandoned, left to the wind and the sand. Their story, their technology, and their very existence were buried so completely that they were forgotten for 1,500 years. The rediscovery of the Garamantes changes our understanding of history. They weren't just desert barbarians. They were brilliant innovators who built one of the ancient world's most remarkable and resilient societies. Their rise and fall is a powerful, cautionary tale about the fragile balance between civilization and environment. A story that echoes our own modern challenges with precious resources. And it makes you wonder, The Sahara is vast, and the Garamantas are just one secret it has decided to share. What other cities? What other kingdoms? What other stories are still waiting beneath that endless ocean of sand? The desert is not empty. It's just full of ghosts. The Garamantas conquered the desert by tapping into a lost world beneath their feet. But what happens when a lost world is found that completely rewrites our history? If you were amazed by this story, you need to learn about the incredible discovery of Göbekli Tepe, the 12,000-year-old temple that existed before cities, before pottery, before civilization as we know it.